What's up, man? So, I know it's been a while since I really made a good video. The last one, as you said, was kind of decidedly negative in tone. And it kind of goes back to that book, Mindset by Carol Dweck, that Bella, talks about. I really think I've been like a fixed mindset. I don't know what's been up with that. But being home was just been definitely like an interesting experience. It's been really new. It was different, and as you alluded to, you kind of have to roll with the punches. So, I'm still, I am lacking discipline, still, and you're right. Like, CPT status will definitely elude me if I cannot be a disciplined person. But I'll do my just try to do like little things every day to put myself in a position to be a disciplined person. Just like I remember 4 years ago, you talked about putting deposits in the bank of discipline, and just trying to do that. So anyway, without any further ado, let's just kind of get into the trades. Like you were spot on with your analysis of how I traded yesterday, and what I left on the table, and I'm pretty sure I left some other stuff on the table that we'll roll through as well. So, once was definitely, an A+ setup today. On the 1 year, you can kind of see we're coming up. We had like an obvious level, kind of just going in, sloppy sideways for a year. We break above it, kind of pull back, so prior resistance becomes support on the daily, and then we did naked gap up today. So my setup was started with a two-phase, price acceptance, a 52-week high. So we gapped up and went sideways off the open. So do we like a naked gap up? No, but we are at all-time highs. And I saw that we had an obvious level, so touch once, touch twice. So I had an alert, so right here. So basically got alerted kind of right in here. So what I basically ended up doing was like just kind of bidding right when we touched it and kind of came back, and I got alerted, and then so I bid like right at the breakout level. Also, I had another chance to enter on a resistance become support. So those two ways I could enter, pay the breakout or wait for prior resistance, because we have 1-2 points become support right here. So definitely really manage your risk better on the resistance become support. And then, wider exchange once is about $6. So, I use that to guide my exit. I really tried to get out right in here because I knew we were approaching the $6 area, and, I kept trying to limit out, and because it was so spready. Price was about, 45 cents spread, so I didn't really want to get, I wanted to get out, but not in market, to get a worse fill. So, I ended up getting out right at like 80. Trying to get out near the top. I was offering, 85 and 80, and then just I was just not quick enough on the draw, to get like that extra little change. But definitely like one good trade here. Also traded ILM in, but this should have been a no trade. Why? Because it's a major. You could call this a naked gap up. It technically opened below this level right here. So the setup, was just trading to 52-week high, on volume. Trigger is holding above the 52-week high, and then intraday, it's kind of touched this point here. So it's kind of got long. My entry was like in here, stop below here. Is this the best trade? No. Once again, you said like maybe kind of like the LL the other day. Can we trade that? Maybe in the future, but right now it's definitely not real. So this is like 2 days in a row where they traded like large naked gaps. And would I had successful trade? But like you said, they're harder, way harder. With that being said, LL. I didn't trade this today. This morning I took my mom to LaGuardia, so I missed most of the trading action before noon. which is fine because the market's not going anywhere. But LL definitely had a really sweet setup. So setup in LL is range expansion. We talk about as you said, Linda Raschke hit and run. After wide range day on the highest volume, I think another wide range day range expansion is potentially possible. So basically, what's our trigger? It is actually holding above the prior day's high, on volume. So this is actually breaking the level. We could ABCD into the level, or intraday uptrend into the levels we talked about. As you said, so many other ways. But really, so we open lower, test the level, come back down, blast up. You could have entered right in here. But the best entry for me, and the way I would trade this 1,000 times is, the wide range ATR and LLs maybe. Over here we had a wide range day with 375. So you're saying we have a run up from the open to here, $2. So maybe another like $1.75 in here. So if you buy anywhere in the sideways, like this sideways consolidation, price acceptance higher, call this a flag on the 5-minute as well. Really tight, beautiful flag, volume supports. This is the one that I really wish I would have caught today, but I was not present for that trade. I think I could have bought here, but I knew that the more we kind of blasted up, the closer we're getting to running out of the ATR potential. So I just went ahead and passed. But yeah, you buy anywhere in here, kind of risk a quarter, and that's if you use the 350, 375 ATR as a guide, you're kind of getting long in the tooth at this point. So it should be a 4 or 5 to 1, like pretty easy trade in there. If you're paying attention, know what's going on. Really clean, clean setup and trigger and entry and LL. Definitely one of my favorite range expansion. Is definitely one of my favorite setups. So also just this. I don't know what this is. This is me doing nothing. Like, what's the big picture of LabD? It's a pretty obvious downtrend, and I'm like trying to go long above this. So I put fighting bigger picture. Like, there is an obvious level here. We kind of bottomed out for a second. So I was saying, if we got above this level, held above the $7 whole number, next resistance wasn't until about 850. Spending time above 7, but there wasn't, was a trigger. So we come down. Here's $7. We get above it. We come back with like pretty hard rejection from like this like 715 price. It's just like, this is not really a pullback, more of a change of character, if anything. Maybe you could call this like sideways at a level, and you could go long here, but just fighting the bigger picture. So like, obviously this is not the best trade. Somehow, even with all this garbage I keep doing, like, I'm still, floating around break even. Like, somehow, I have no idea. And as you said, if I could just eliminate just like a few things, like, not trading Clovis yesterday, like not trading SGMS yesterday, not trading where the fuck the other thing was. Trading LL well, but if that's just not hard passing on that because it's not my wheelhouse. That would have been one. Like, there's another S power, gap down, go down, opening spike. I mean, you really didn't have a chance to enter here, like S power. So it would have been a pass. FireEye in the middle of a big range. Apple, we do get a naked gap to all-time highs, so after we test up off the open, change character down, sideways below VWAP, and opening range, you're short right there. 50 cents makes you a quick, 5 to 1 counter trend trade. Shop. I mean, I saw people like Steve Barnes talking about like buying this dip off this day, so Naked Gap obviously told us to stay away the other day. This trade the other day, I think on this day, Monday, reminded me of that Tesla or that Netflix trade. We talked about kind of that obvious level from the over and under. Kind of reminded me of that. This day we didn't talk about that. Weight Watchers, coming back down to the support. Was there really a setup? Like, no, not really. Yeah, and the whole gap fill thing, like, you're right, dude. Like, go to Clovis. All I see is all it tricked my mind into believing is that there's no support until 73. There's nothing but space in here, and yet, as you said, we're coming off 2 wide range days. Maybe if we come here and we've gone sideways for 3 or 4 days, kind of right in here, maybe that's a better trade. If we kind of go sideways 1, 2, 3, maybe even like a narrow range inside day tomorrow, and then break those days lows. There's still a few bucks. If we opened up and, like you said, do the U up, and then come down holding like full Covell, with like only going down a couple and a half points, like you could be looking for a short entry there, or like you said, opening drive below the prior day's low. But definitely can't. We don't want to go more than like 2.5 points because we're anticipating support around 74. So I really loved the video. We talk about how to plan, and just you're very just candid and show me what's up, dude. Show me what I need to be doing and the difference of what a profitable trader looks like versus what I'm doing. I had this level marked in DVA for a long time. I don't know why, but or like this, I would guess. I don't know. Going sideways, VWAP, risk 70 cents. One, healthcare sector, we like that, right? Make a gap up. So anyway, it's been kind of the thing where I have given a lot of open profits back, and obviously, as we talked about, have to have a plan for profit taking as well as I really like the idea of once I get to 2R, probably moving once I get to 2R, I'm moving my stop up to break even, and then like you said, 4 or 5R, got to be pretty aggressive, and that's that was in the back of my mind when I was trading once today. It was like I risked 50 cents, and I was in the money or whatever. It was going to once, so then kind of used a few reasons to sell, right? So we were up about at that point we were up about 4R, close to 5R. So I was really trying to get out here. Plus we use the wide range TR with ones being about $6. Just kind of using this day as this is about $6, about $6, $6. So it's kind of had an idea. Wanted to be at $6, and also as far as my give back tolerance was to trail my stop pretty aggressively. So I feel like I did a pretty good job trading once today, and this is definitely an A+ setup. So just wait for shit like this. It's not that hard. It didn't happen. This trade didn't manifest itself until 12:30, or 12:20, 12:30. So it was a lot of time. And another thing that even I didn't have to rush to, if I'm willing to let it go up without me, I don't have to pay this breakout. I can let this come back and enter right in here, really control my risk a lot more, really get a lot, maybe get a little bit bigger right in here. Anyway, I've been, like I said, been in New York since Sunday. Going to Florida next Monday, and then I'll be in Cancun so it'll be like the 7th to the 14th in Florida. Cancun from the 15th to the 18th, and I'll be back in Tennessee from the 19th to the 22nd, and then back to Korea. But again, I'm really thinking about 6 more months in Korea, or I think probably 18 is more ideal. To really save some money, I would really like to save a lot of money over the next like 18 months, or maybe just call it one more year. We'll see how it goes. But I think I'm ready to come back and get out of my comfort zone in Korea, and figure out what I'm doing, and just at least spend this next 6 months like laser focused and getting shit done and improving and kind of following the process that you talked about, like every day, like finding this like this LL. I didn't trade this today, but like making this plan for how I would trade this in the future. So okay, shit, lower open, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, sideways. I mean, this is like I could pull the trigger on this 1,000 times and not think about it. And the volume is 40. So, this is one I didn't trade, but this is how you improve. So anyway, I didn't mean for the video to run long, but we haven't talked in a while. And after I dropped my mom off today, I met one of my Korean tutor from Ilsan in Korea. Actually, she's in New York right now, so I met up with her today. We went to the Met and went to Central Park. And then I was just exhausted and passed out, so just got up and made this video. So I know it's finding you pretty late. I don't know if you're up or like this seems to be your schedule. But anyway, dude, muchas gracias for all the work you keep putting in on my end, and yeah, definitely a distinction between unforced errors, like you said, is like fucking up and hitting buy when you need to hit sell, or the opposite. I keep having blatant disregard for the rules because, for whatever reason, apparently they don't apply to me in my mind, but clearly they do. Clearly, I haven't been in the black since I started trading again. So there's obviously, it'll be like I'll kind of eke out some profits, eke out profits, and then I'll have like, I went over my max loss, daily max loss yesterday. And even when, like, dude, I had like, a couple $100 profit in Clovis, and that came back and turned into a losing trade. And it's like, well, no shit, because of all the reasons we said before. And then, trading SGMS for no reason, trading fucking LL poorly, or, just trading in general was outside the rule set. So all those little things is like, and as you said, like, that's what I'm trying to think about, is I'm not getting invested in the result on that particular day of how I made money or whatever, missed a wide range day. But just like, how is that going to compound over 1,000 trades? Well, $100 loss over 1,000 trades is what, 100,000, right? So I mean, it's $100,000 that I have to like recoup. And I'd have to have like $100,000 worth of winning trades, So just eliminating those right there. I mean, like, the stupid kind of shit that I don't need to be participating in is going to really, just waiting for my absolute best opportunities. And like you said, especially with the market, in the sideways bullshit, is like waiting for the best opportunities is going to do nothing but help me. But it's only up to me to help myself. So, sorry for a long-winded video again. Good to hear from you as well. Hope you're doing well, dude. Later.